Hello everyone, so as you can see from the straw poll right here, in the last episode of my last top 10 list, I asked you if you would like to see either my top 10 Inazuma 11 games, my top 10 dub names, my top 10 hated characters, or Inazuma 11 Hisatsus.
Okay, it's time for the results.
As you can tell from the title, obviously the winner was Inazuma 11 games. Thank God it weren't dub names, because we all know who number one would be. Possibly the hardest part of deciding this list was actually finding 10 games that I liked. Technically this video is top 9 because the rest was simply too...
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
Before I start, these are literally my opinion. These are not fact. Obviously, if you disagree or agree with them, leave your lists in the comments below. Anyway, let's get on to numero 10. As I said before, this should technically be a top 9 list because I couldn't actually find 10 games that I liked, that I could play for a considerable amount of time. Number 10 is unfortunately Inazuma 11 Everyday. To sum this up, you take Inazuma 11 1, you add having to physically look after / take care of Endo and Goenji, so Tamagotchi, you add some unneeded poop, you have Inazuma 11 Everyday. I bought this, I played this, I immediately sold it and locked myself away in a room out of fear of having to see it again. Seriously, level 5. Never, ever, ever, ever make Inazuma 11 2 every day. Whilst this game isn't really so called bad, I call it more of a rip-off because you're basically paying for Inazuma 11 1 with the Tamagotchi aspect. So it basically, to me, it's just a massive money grab. Oh yeah, did I mention it's impossible to find this game on Amazon? Thank fuck! Beginning the list now with durable games with inverted brackets is Inazuma 11 Go Shine and Dark. Obviously, this was the first game of the revamped, in inverted commas, not brackets, like I said before, I'm sorry, Inazuma 11, and whilst it is a good game within itself, to me it is a horror for the franchise. Yes, it introduced us to characters like Tenma, Shu, and... oh god, no, why? I personally found there to be no replay value. I got a Japanese 3DS and this game for Christmas 2 years ago, and I loved it. I used Ryukario scouting tutorials to help me recruit players. I played it non-stop. I got the European version and just didn't like it. Matches weren't fun anymore, recruiting got tiresome, and now it just sits on my shelf. Yes, it introduced us to Keshins, who practically were ridiculously OP, and the European names were... my eyes, it burns! It is still a good game, don't get me wrong, but I still prefer the older installments of the franchise in comparison to this one. Plus, you have to link both games to recruit Shu and Fubuki, two of my favourite characters. Fuck you, level 5. Fuck you. Inazuma 11 3. This is on the list because it sort of has to be here. Like, I prefer this game over Go, Shine and Dark, but then I don't really have such an opinion on it. It was the first Inazuma 11 game in the UK to come out on the 3DS, and I enjoyed playing it for the first time round, but the last time I touched it was the walkthrough, and we all know how that went down, don't we? Moving on. Inazuma Line. Believe it or not, I actually prefer a game made for a mobile phone over two 3DS games. Originally I found out about this game through a podcast I made with Demon Dragon Master and Carrier, and if I can find it, this video will be in the description. This game was Bejeweled, but mixed with Inazuma 11, which is why I loved it. Yes, it was Japanese, and I had no clue what anything meant, but this game was so much fun no matter how many times I played it. It wasn't one of the many phone apps that I download and then no, it wasn't one of the many phone apps that I download and then delete after a few days because I didn't play it. I love this game. Honestly, if you live outside Japan with an Android phone, then you just look up how to play Inazuma 11 line on Google, and then you can easily find instructions, and then you follow their instructions and you play it. If you live inside Japan, well then you have it easy, and you can just download it because it's a Japanese game. Geography, bitches. Inazuma 11 Chrono Stone. The main reason I brought this game was for mixing maxing. All it does is change your hair colour. Yes, the gameplay is a lot smoother than Shine / Dark, and Kishin's were downgraded a bit. Oh wait, no they weren't. Early doors, this game is so easy. Yes, it's so easy that even your dead great grandmother who you never even met has finished the first 5 chapters before I even finished that sentence. There is such a big level gap, however, towards the end of the game that it hits you just like Dejan Lovren's penalty.
Banter.
This is great banter. It really is.
I do give this game a lot of stick for how good it actually is, and it can be enjoyable providing that you don't play it 24/7. It introduced us to a lot of cool new characters like Faye, Saru, and let's just put him to one side, and also allowed us to see Jack mixing max with Kido. No words. No words at all. Inazuma 11 Galaxy. A major reason that Galaxy is so far high up on this list is due to the epic characters that it introduces. There are just so many for me to say now that this video would be 3 times as long, so let's not. Souls were a bit dodgy at points, but the mechanic was usable, but at points a bit pointless. Why not just use the souls the same way Kishin's worked? Also, why include Kishin's during the storyline? The game would have been so much better if Kishin's were not accessible until the after game. What I mean is, I loved the fact that you had the choice to recruit all them characters towards the beginning of the game, but their Kishins should not be available until after the game. Wasn't the storyline based around everyone getting souls, and plus Kishins were actually banned during the tournament in the anime? The characters recruitable, as mentioned earlier, were simply too OP, and I completed the game with so much ease. Whilst recruitment can still be tiresome, especially in not in English, it is a lot easier and simpler compared to the other installments, and the gameplay was a lot faster. So, well done, level 5. Well done. One question: why are all the characters so goddamn small? Inazuma 11 The Strikers Trilogy. I had to include these as a trilogy because it would simply be too short and quick of a video if they were separate numbers. Hence why there's no Inazuma 11, 1, 2, 3, and there's Sensitive and whatever, you know what I mean. The original Strikers came out in Europe, and I played it and loved every second of it. I remember my friend coming round, and we had no clue, he had no clue what he was doing, and we were both on the same team. So, proving that you have friends and extra Wii remotes, then I would strongly suggest you play multiplayer. One negative I do have was that it was so hard to grind and raise that friendship level to unlock certain moves, especially on your own, but Eternal Blizzard was remastered, so every negative is basically out the window. The next striker was basically the same, except that you face Team Zero and the new generation of Raimon. Few Kishins were introduced, but nothing too special. Then Inazuma 11 Strikers Go came out, and oh praise the Lord, was this game good. Instead of that plain old board you had to move through each world, and to unlock certain characters you had to play against them in mini games, and Miximax was introduced, but it was nothing too special, and plus you could play online till they took the servers down, ruining humanity. So, where's Inazuma 11 Strikers Galaxy? No, level 5? Where is it? Inazuma 11 Online. Why do I get the feeling that this will raise some eyebrows? Granted, I did not play it a lot simply due to the difficulties I had to setting up with living in the UK and all, but my god, when I played it, I loved it. The graphics were remastered. To recruit players, you open packs, which is similar to FIFA Ultimate Team, which is a game mode that I used to love. Players would level up to evolve moves. The gameplay, though questionable at points, was still really fun. Clicking the mouse where the players to run is similar to dragging the screen on a DS, and clicking the defend button was similar to pressing on a player in Chrono Stone, and your players would chase towards them. I can seriously see this game being a hit in the UK, especially, oh god, if they released it on Steam, riots. Also, every match you could choose one player to link up with and use their move once in a game, and to me that was awesome! Number 1 is Inazuma 11 2, specifically Blizzard. I love Furbiki, no homo, so it was only reasonable that this game was number 1, and that also means twice I screwed you over with these top 10 lists, so I'm sorry. I remember going to my mum and my grandmother and saying on Easter, instead of getting me an Easter egg from both of you, can you please split the money and get me Inazuma 11 2? They did, and literally all day I played it. We went out for a meal, and I didn't even turn the DS off. I just closed it, like unlocked it, ate, and then played it again. Plus, since the fact that I was extremely young when I first played it, I was so excited to use Furbiki for the first time, and got excited every single time a move leveled up. Now the move leveling up doesn't have the same effect, but I feel that my reaction when using Furbiki for the first has sort of stuck with me, and I don't know why. I prefer Gazelle over Torch, because I prefer ice moves over fire. I really liked Hirito and Bellatrix. I said Hirito, like Kirito. Wow, Hiroto and Bellatrix, despite it being a pain in my ass to recruit both of them. The gameplay was a lot more enjoyable to play compared to other games within the franchise. The dub names used weren't actually that bad now that I think about it. And this one was one of the rare games where I still continued to play it after completing everything. And I mean everything. Trust me, there is a difference between having to get to level 99 in Chrono Stone and having to get to level 99 in Inazuma 11 2. Hint, it's piss easy in Chrono Stone. I still sometimes go back to it and play an odd match here or there just for that feel good factor. And that is why Inazuma 11 2 is my all time favourite Inazuma 11 game. So guys, that is the list. Once again, this is completely my opinion, so leave yours in the comment section. There will be a straw poll in the description to vote for the next top 10, so feel free to go ahead and vote on that. Also, leave in the comment section what top 10s I should add to the straw poll, as you know, I'm running out of ideas. If you like this top 10, then please leave a like, as it shows me that you liked it, and subscribe to see my videos first. Until next time guys, I will see you later.